Welcome to episode 210 of Snobcast, the resurrection episode, because we're back, motherfuckers.
Amazing.
That's right.
Feels so good to be back.
We are back at a distance. We are socially distant right now, just so everyone knows.
Everybody's just working from home.
That's right.
Well,
we're no exception.
We're no exception. We got to keep the people going.
Here we are, 3 weeks late and 20 pounds heavier.
Every day is carb day here at Snobcast.
We're gonna start our new segment called Carb Your Enthusiasm.
That's actually genius.
I love it.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. That's Carb Your Enthusiasm.
All right. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
I'll let you know that I am not drinking an alcoholic beverage today.
I don't know how I'm gonna cheers the mic with my glass here.
Wait, I'm also going to.
Imagine you would have just spilt it all over yourself.
Just spilt it all over me.
I went local today. I'm drinking a Rosemont, spiced rum.
I'm local too. Mine's from Barbados.
Oh well.
Well, hey, shout out to Rihanna.
Shout out to Rihanna.
Like I said, I'm not drinking today. I have my water with chlorophyll in it.
So. Chlorophyll.
Oh, yeah. For a second, I thought you were going to say chloroform. I was like,
nah. Oh, yeah. But that's the other bottle. Thank God I didn't mix them up.
It's date night.
It's date night for me. In my apartment. It's date night. Actually, my apartment is the studio for Snobcast, but right now it's just a lonely place.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. I mean...
Obviously not. It's the fault of the people who spread it and or the people who created it.
Yeah.
No, either way, really.
Either way, yeah.
Steve, do you think someone created it? And but when we say it, by the way, we don't want to talk a lot about COVID, but like we're talking about COVID, coronavirus, the killer of all killers.
I was talking about herpes.
Oh. Okay, well, you see where this went? Yeah. Steve, do you think they created COVID-19 or?
No, I mean, stupid shit like that happens from, dumb shit, and that's what happened. And
human beings.
Yeah,
I just want to know, what happened from, COVID 1 through 18,
Well, it had to do with the year.
Oh,
which it was what, in December, right? 2019?
More, I think November it actually started or something.
Okay.
When whispers of it were already entering people's lungs.
And now we're April, and it's affected the entire world. Infected and affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that I got tested, and I tested positive for fun. So,
did you actually get tested?
I am no. Oh, not for COVID. I got tested for fun.
Oh, for fun.
I'm having a great time.
Well, you passed with flying colors, Tom. I'm not a doctor. I could have told you that.
But I think Steve passed the test for fitness.
What?
That's, for anyone listening, that's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference, and it was expertly done, and I'm very happy to have heard it.
Wow.
It's good to be back, everyone, and I hope you're enjoying this and listening. It's a very different time, and we're testing out this new way of recording, and we hope it works, and we hope you guys enjoy it. We will most probably get some guests if this persists for the next 5 years. And because listen,
and if it doesn't, it was nice knowing you.
yeah. Great run, guys. Great run.
But that's the thing. We'd like to get some guests. It's just we need to expertly work this thing out, and we'd like to test the three of us. This is the resurrection of Snobcast. We thought we'd go with a great topic today, which is the resurrection of careers. And Tom brought up that point the other night, and I was like, "That's a genius topic," and let's do it.
We're having a renaissance of actors, man.
Yeah, and there's actors that have been around for quite a bit of time, and they're in the last, let's say, what's the window you would give it, like 10 to 20 years that they've kind of
20,
we're
even,
like 20
30
years ago.
years.
Yeah, let's go maximum 30 years because and then. Actually, that makes sense. 30 years, because the person I'm thinking of is definitely, was 30 years ago when he was massive.
some of the people that I have are like, they were hot. They were, they were
the actor. Yeah.
They were fucking hot.
Yeah, exactly.
And out of nowhere, it was just a bunch of fucking flops, and then it was sloppy fucking just nothing.
Direct to DVD.
They just faded.
Yeah.
Direct to DVD. Sometimes not even DVD. Sometimes not even a movie.
No.
Sometimes it was just stay home for 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a nice bottle of crack. So.
Yeah.
But like Jesus, they moved the stone and reemerged into our hearts.
Britney Spears, 2007 was a bad year.
Was it 2007 where she had her meltdown?
2007 was when she shaved her head.
Well, that's a meltdown. I would consider that a meltdown.
Oh, yes, that's the meltdown, yes.
Steve, would you not consider that a meltdown?
I would consider that a meltdown.
I'm shaving my head. I don't know.
Actually, I talking about shaving, I shaved my beard yesterday.
Oh,
I shaved my beard yesterday for the first time because usually my hairdresser does it when she cuts my hair. She shaves my beard, and I was like, okay, it's getting too long now, and I used my clipper for the first time on my beard, and I was just like, it said a number 1, so like that's usually what my hairdresser clips my beard at. But it was not the same number 1 as.
Oh yeah, that's not universal.
Oh, it was a number 1.
It was a very. I almost have. I have a bit of facial hair. It's scruff now, is what it is. And I looked at myself in the mirror for a good 20 minutes yesterday, and I thought, "Who is this man?"
And at the same time, you were like, "Thank God I don't have to go out in public with my beard this short."
That, and also I'm like, "Oh, when I have a beard, you don't see my double chin." So, so now I'm like, shit, what's this thing hanging from my neck? And that's my story, guys. That was the low point of the quarantine right now. The quarantine right now, I think that was it.
The low point is, I feel like it's when you shave your mons pubis. You know,
that is technically a low point there, Tom. Great observation.
That's a bad place to get a nick, like a little nick.
I actually went the opposite direction of you, John. My facial hair looks like mountain gorilla fighters.
Oh yes,
yes, because your beard is like choppy and patchy.
Oh yeah. I look like, honestly, I'm ready to lead a revolution, communist or otherwise.
like a Serbian lumberjack.
No, they have real beards. They have real not beards. What I have.
Has your mom convinced you to try to convince you to shave it?
No, actually, she's like, "Oh yeah, grow your beard." Like, okay.
Oh, she said, grow your beard.
Yeah, but I don't understand why, because it doesn't look good.
For fun,
she wants to look fucking ugly.
For fun, what you should do is tomorrow you should go up to her and be like, "Mom, you know how you told me you want me to grow my beard? Yeah, well, look, I got a tattoo on my back."
Wow.
Oh my god.
Say goodbye to being buried in a Jewish cemetery.
That's
so Steve, you're going full on beard, but do you find it? Because I was like, I don't know. It was getting too long. Like I had grown it out once before for my grandmother because she wanted me to grow it out.
Well, I fully supported that. I mean,
and she gave me $100. So I did it.
Totally worth it.
Totally
for
worth
real.
It. Yeah. She's like, grow this beard, and then it happened to be right before my cousin got married. And I said, look, no, and I said, just so you know, I'm shaving the beard for the wedding. She goes, yeah. And then she gave me $100. So,
oh my God.
So it's worth it.
I actually have a story about that. When my dad got his earring when he was a teenager, he had gotten an earring put in, and my grandmother offered him $1,000.
Wow.
To take it off and never wear it again.
Wow, back then.
And that's in like $7.
Yeah, and I told my dad, I'm like, you think if I would put it, I would get that deal? Because like I don't want an earring, but I do want $1,000. Yeah, I feel like I would fucking put an earring on to just take it off and never wear it again for $1,000.
Well, what would that be today? Like $3.5, $4 grand or something?
Yeah,
probably $4 grand.
Some stupid amount, You know, but like I would fucking do it. Would you get an earring and then take it off for like $1,000?
100%. I would still do it for $1,000.
The only thing I wouldn't do is get like a Prince Albert. You know what I mean?
Oh no, like Tiger.
Like nobody,
like Tiger King.
Nobody. Oh God! What, he had one?
Yeah, well, in one of the scenes, he he says it.
Oh no! That documentary took over the fucking. It shows people have nothing to do.
Yeah, but I can also tell you that it's all hype, man. Oh, hype, man. No, it's all hype, and I watched it. It's entertaining as hell, and you can't stop. And you can't
like
stop watching it.
It's like watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
It's like watching. It's like you being. It's if your street is on a crescent and you're seeing two cars come on either end, both going the wrong way, and you're like, should I say something or should I just see what happens?
Yeah, more or less. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you can't stop watching it. I don't think it's worth everything, like all the talk that it's getting.
Oh, no.
It's not as great as other, true crime documentaries that there are on Netflix, but
well, that's why I've been holding off on watching it, because there's so much hype. It's like, if there's this much hype, it can't be as good.
You know what?
Are saying.
That to me the other night, Steve. I thought, okay, it's a good point, but you should also watch it soon, just so you don't miss people start giving away spoilers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You already know who Carol Baskin is.
Yeah. Well, I already had heard of Joe Exotic before.
Okay. Of course, you had
John. Yeah. They mentioned, because he used to run for president.
Oh, he did run for president. Yes.
Yeah, so I kind of knew a bit about him.
He would have probably done a better job.
No, honestly, I don't know. But so you should watch it before you get spoilers out there. But I mean, not that there's spoilers. It's a true story. You'll probably Google it.
Yeah. Well, I did start something new though. In lieu of that,
tell us, please.
Last night I did the first episode of Hunters.
Oh, isn't it great?
Oh my God, yes.
Fucking Pacino kills it, right?
Yes, he does.
Fuck.
Yes, he does.
So,
and I love the whole cat and mouse game that's about to erupt.
Yeah, there's that, and it's also very pulpy. You know what I mean by that? Like it's
full of pulp.
It's like comic booky.
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you mean. Mm-hmm. It's like
now my point, my thoughts on Hunters is that I enjoyed it. I watched it through the end. The ending was shit.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah.
Is there going to be another season, or?
Honestly, I don't care at this point.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to invest any more time in this show.
You should finish it. I mean, it's a good show. It's not a bad show, but
why? I have so many things to catch up on. I got to watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding too.
It's a good show. Pacino. It's worth to watch just for Pacino. And actually, aside from Pacino, there's another actor in there, Saul Rubenstein, who's done when you see him, you'll be like, oh yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies. His performance halfway through the season is epic. Yeah. It's just the last episode. Everything else is good. Just that last episode is a bit of really you went there. It was but hey, I'm sorry for all. I didn't give a spoiler alert. I just said that it wasn't as good. You could think differently. You could be like, "What the fuck?" But I was like, "Whatever."
No, I think the way you think. Yeah. I don't think differently. I do exactly what I'm told.
I spoke to someone else who I spoke to Jess and Terry, who watched it, and they also thought the ending sucked.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, you know what? That fucking sucks.
But hey. We're going back to resurrections of actors and actresses in Hollywood and shit. So, I mean, we literally sidetracked ourselves for the last 10 minutes.
As usual, you know?
As usual. So, Steve, do you have any favorite... I see what you're trying to do there. I was like, what's that noise?
Is it working?
Kind of.
Is it working? Hang on a sec.
I was also like, today we can't do Hype Man Ethnic Song of the Week because it's going to sound like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Hype Man Ethnic Song of the Week will be retired for the next few episodes.
I have a Hype Man's Ethnic Song of the Week.
Straight from the Republic of Brooklyn.
That was good. Steve,
I miss using the soundboard, guys.
I know. I feel like you use it on your own when you're in bed.
Sometimes when I cry, I just cry and I do this.
Oh my god!
And then I shoot.
Wow.
I wish I had a late night show.
Oh, we should do one.
Well,
I mean, why not?
I wish, you know what, you need to have a late night show.
I need to have a studio.
That should be your resurrection. You need to have a studio.
Yeah, I need to have an extra room.
Well, you know what we should do? We should probably start talking about all these.
I mean, I've been trying to say that, but no one's fucking listening to me. So
you've been trying to segue into resurrection. So let's get started with Resurrection 2020.
Guys, like we said, this is the resurrection of Snobcast. We're so happy to be back. And Steve, Steve, do you have? I feel like you have a list.
Oh shit! I just found a very violent lighter.
All right.
Okay. Putting that down.
So glad you mentioned that, Tom. Now, John, you told me before you had a little list compiled. So I have one that for me is my number one, but I think it's
you could do the list. You could do it just because this is not a list I compiled. This is from Ranker.com. So and this is the past 30 years.
Right.
Wow, I didn't even realize. I didn't read that part, but yeah, the last 30 years. Shit. All right.
Oh, beautiful.
So first of all, pulled out of retirement, Joe Pesci in The Irishman.
Whoa,
Jesus.
Joe Pesci was retired. When was he retired?
Dude, he hadn't made a movie in
decades.
Since my cousin Vinny.
The last movie he made was The Good Shepherd, which was directed by De Niro, and he had a small.
Was that the one? Was that the one with with Matt Damon?
And Angelina Jolie.
Okay,
it was about CIA and stuff, which wasn't that great, but that was the last, and I think that was 2006 or 7. I think. Let me look it up. Did you look it up?
Hold on a sec.
I'm doing it.
He's
2006. Yeah, 2006.
Oh wow, sick, dude. Fucking, you nailed it. Yeah. You and ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Fiaschi.
So over 10 years later, he just comes back and destroys the screen.
In a performance that he never really does.
He played, usually he's the explosive, hot-headed character when he's in those types of roles. But here he was you hung on his every word. Yeah, because he wasn't somebody who had to raise his voice.
Had you seen did you watch the?
He's like my mother.
Tom, did you watch the Irishman? Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. It was fucking incredible. It was fucking, I do one blockbuster per decade. No, it was fantastic.
Look, Frank.
It was honestly, it was such a great movie. And Pesci was like, forget it.
Frank, he listens to you. Just you tell him, all right? It is what
it's gonna be. What it's gonna be.
Fuck.
I need to see it again. I haven't watched that one time.
He said it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, he said it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Well, you tell him. No. How to say something without saying anything. 101.
Holy shit!
Yeah, well, he really did have talk about coming back and coming back strong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's nuts.
Steve, who else is on that? I want to know your number one. Honestly, I'm curious, but we can get.
Well, Joe Pesci was my number one. Someone that I thought was kind of good to have that I think could maybe be a little overlooked. Don Johnson.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
I mean, lately. I mean, look, he did Miami Vice, Nash Bridges. After that, it kind of dried up a bit. But then, he appeared little segments, HBO, Netflix, Eastbound and Down, which is hilarious, From Dusk Till Dawn. And then the past 3 years with S. Craig Zoller. I mean, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Dragged Across Concrete.
Knives Out.
He was in the new, he was in Knives Out. He was in Watchmen on HBO, which was fucking great. We'll get into that in another episode. The writer there, he fucked everybody. He's like They finished it. It was fantastic. And he's like, "Oh, well, I told the story I wanted to tell, so I'm done. So it's done." Which is really shitty.
What was his name? What was the
creator, Damon Lindelof.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna say David Lindhagen from Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh my god!
Kevin Bacon's fucking character. I don't know what the
Kevin
fuck
Bacon
is
in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, David Lindhagen. He's the guy that breaks up the marriage. Okay. Guys, watch the movie. It's on Netflix.
Okay, no, Kevin Bacon, guys, watch City on the Hill. That's all I'm gonna say. God, he's fantastic. But anyways, so that was unfortunate, but I would say he also made quite a comeback for himself. And he's 70 now, so good for him.
Good for him for living.
Yeah.
Keep it on, and then Tom will go to you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you very much for that.
Okay. For my last one, let's go with Ben Affleck, because I mean we talk about Julie a lot.
One of our favorite films.
So one of our all-time favorites, and things did not go well for him after that. And then he did a little toe back in with Hollywoodland, but The Town really brought him back into where he was.
Argo brought him back. He won the Oscar.
Well, yeah, but I'm quality, in terms of quality of what he's doing.
There's also another great Ben Affleck director. He's a better director than he is an actor. That's the thing. And he directed Casey Affleck in Gone Baby Gone. Which from then on, kind of, he went on to make good films like crime films, like The Town. And then he went on. I think Argo was before The Town. I'm not sure, but.
No, Argo was 2 years after.
And then he won the best director Oscar. He won the best picture Oscar. And now he became Batman, and he kind of is having like a bit of a slip now again. But
let's give him a second, Yeah.
I'm sorry about this. I'm just looking through some of the actors that I have and actresses that I have. Actors. There's actually no women on this list, unfortunately. Oh no, there is. Okay, cool. But
which I think kind of shows the consistency there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. This guy, I feel like he's had a renaissance, yes. A resurrection, yes. Maybe not in terms of like length of time gone from Hollywood, because he's always been doing movies, but I'm talking about like good quality movies. He was in a TV series called Swedish Dicks.
What's going on?
Of course he was.
From 2016 to 2018, and it's none other than Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah. What?
Okay, Keanu Reeves, guys. When John Wick came out, like Keanu Reeves, the Matrix movies were great. The Matrix 1 was one of those movies that like changed the action genre. You know what I mean? Matrix 2, Matrix 3, double but like he did the rom-coms, which I'm a fan of. Something's got to give us great.
We spoke about it.
What a fucking what a fucking
and Tommy's back.
But what a fucking he does the Lake House, which Constantine, which was I loved Constantine.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think was considered a flop.
Yeah,
really.
It was considered a flop.
Which I also liked Constantine as well.
I love watching it. I fucking love watching that movie. He did a couple of movies, and then first of all, Speed,
the quintessential '90s action film.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
He had the '90s was Speed, right, and then right at the end, The Matrix. And then for the 2010s, it was like, what's for 2000? Sorry, what's really going on? Yeah, okay, The Matrix, but like whatever. And now, John Wick is like, forget it. He's back, and he was back in full stride.
Yeah, it's like he was never gone. That's why I think it's easy to overlook. I didn't think of Keanu Reeves at all, because he came back like so hard and like kept it going at such a pace that you don't even think of it.
I have a list, but like my top 3, obviously Keanu Reeves. I also have Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
because he left Chappelle's show. You know, he left Chappelle's show, and then it was just quiet. What did he do? He did that fucking movie. He did like a random movie at one point. No, not Half Baked. Hold on, I'll find it right now.
Dave Chappelle's Rob
in
Block
Blue
Party.
Streak. I want to point out.
Was it that one? No, it wasn't that. I'm gonna tell you right now. But as I'm frantically looking, I'm also gonna say that, like, you know, he came back with his stand-ups, and his stand-ups were obviously, as they always were, phenomenal. I don't think has he had a bad stand-up?
No, I love them all, but I'm also very biased. So.
Oh, okay, well,
no, but at the same time, is he capable of doing a bad stand-up?
Everything
He's Dave fucking Chappelle.
Oh, well, he was... Wait, he wasn't... No, that was before Chappelle's show, Undercover Brother. Then it was... he was in Chirac.
He was in Chirac? It was probably...
Yeah, it was more... He played a character named...
It was probably like a small part. I don't remember him being that much in Chirac.
But
I don't either.
But that's all he was in.
The show or the movie?
The movie.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he you know, like that's all he did, and now he's back, and now it's just crazy.
Oh yeah, well, we've seen him since he's been back, and I mean, it's Dave Chappelle.
Like, welcome, you know what I mean? Welcome back, welcome back, Dave Chappelle.
Welcome back,
you for your contribution to comedy to the world.
Nobody looks at things the way Dave Chappelle looks at things. I find in his comedy, when you're like when you're listening to the jokes that he makes, he really thinks about some situations in life, and he really picks them apart. You know what I mean? He was doing at one point. He was doing like an acceptance speech for something, and he just points to, like, there was a cop, and he's like, oh, like it was a great acceptance speech. He was really going really deep. It was like a really meaningful thing, and he just breaks, and he's like. He just looks at the crowd and he sees a cop and he's like, "Oh, I see officers in the crowd. Oh God, it sucks being the only black man here." You know, like, you're like, "What the fuck, Dave?" You know, like, and that's something that, you know, he would do. Yeah, and,
like, just go for it.
And then we have the man, the legend, the person everybody loves, Mr. Eddie Murphy.
Oh yes,
Mr. Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Yes, and I mean, the film we're about to discuss, we all saw together. Someone take it away, because
Johnny, I feel like if anybody has to take away this film,
well, we discussed it already. Dolomite Is My Name came out December 2019 on Netflix, and it's probably one of the funniest Eddie Murphy films, and probably one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. And but as a film. Like, and as a performance, Eddie Murphy is a fucking giant. Like,
yeah.
Like, everything about that film worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was perfectly executed. It was absolutely killed.
Yeah,
it was.
Like, I always, like, that's another one, another movie, because it's on Netflix. I don't tend to go back and want to watch them again. But whenever I think about them, like that, the thing about Dolomite or The Irishman, like, I'm like, fuck, I want to watch it again. But I never think about going back to rewatch it. It's a weird concept for me.
It's also because you're so used to seeing Eddie Murphy in a fat suit. You know what I mean? Like nobody. Those movies do not need to get made anymore. You know, Norbit. Nobody needs.
I didn't
to
like
people
Norbit
talk
actually
like that anymore.
Well,
I didn't like any of them. Any of those fucking movies he made. The first one, only the first one.
But I mean, it's kind of like past the time. Like that was a certain era of comedy where that worked. I don't feel like it would.
Where one actor plays multiple
great.
roles.
But also
where one actor plays like Austin Powers.
But the thing is, Eddie Murphy,
you know,
started playing multiple characters before The Nutty Professor. Like, he was doing that in Coming to America in 1988, where him and Arsenio Hall played multiple characters throughout the movie. Sometimes even, like, unrecognizable until, like, the end. Oh my god!
I still haven't seen that.
Like, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
watch it.
Me neither, actually.
It's on Netflix.
It's on my list. Yeah, like, I know. I'm gonna watch it.
From '88. It is still funny. Yeah, like, it's hilarious. Yeah? And some of the characters that they play together is like, what the fuck? Like, So funny. So funny. So like Eddie Murphy was notorious at one point for playing multiple characters. And like, and then it was kind of like, oh my god, how did they shoot this? How did they make it? And then you would watch like, that's the one thing I really love about, still owning DVDs, because like you go in the special features and you can see how the movies are made. Yeah, so,
how
like,
they
like,
done
how
it.
Eddie Murphy plays 7 characters all at the same table, like, and then it's like, oh yeah, well he did it like this, and he did it like this, and then we entered a shot over here, and like, so it's a crazy. He's, for what he did in the 90s and like the league was no one had ever done that before.
Yeah, he was really really
and,
something special.
Do you have anyone else to add to that, Tom?
I mean, I have a few other names I can rip off, off this list right now. We have RDJ, we got Robert Downey. Robert Downey had a great comeback, with the fucking drug addiction and shit. We also have.
Are you on the same website as me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. No. I literally just thought of people because he was in Doogie Howser, and then Quiet for fucking God knows how long, and then Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, he just popped up like fucking.
He just popped up out of nowhere, and then he became like the shit, and then he became Barney Stinson, and then he came out as gay, and now you don't hear about him anymore except on award shows. Which, what the fuck happened? Can we get him somewhere else?
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy Neil Patrick.
Well, I think that's what he was doing. Yeah, that's why he kept hosting like award shows and stuff.
Well, yeah. Good for him, man. He should fucking definitely continue doing that shit. And I also have the new queen of afternoon television, Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, from with all the shit that she went through when she came out like on national television. That's definitely a major comeback, resurrection in Hollywood. Yeah. Oh
and now she's like the queen of fucking 4 p.m.
Exactly. And if we want to, I'd like to run off a top 10 for you guys.
Go for it. Oh, do you want me to cue you in with some of David Letterman's
no,
style?
So you're gonna do it. This is the top 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
This is the top 10 celebrity comebacks according to Ranker.com. All right, here we go. So hanging in at Travolta. So John Travolta had a major did a ton of flop movies in the 80s, was huge in the 70s, and then in the 90s he did Pulp Fiction, and then afterwards in the 2000s he did films like Old Dogs with Robin Williams and Wild Hogs, and now he's Face Off in Face Off in 97. From 94 to like 2008 or 9. John Travolta was still hanging in there now. Well, unfortunately, he's not. But
now he's not.
So number 10, John Travolta. Number 9, Steve, you'll love this one, and you didn't even think about it for sure. Kiefer Sutherland.
All right.
Oh yes,
he blew up.
Good fucking point.
The man named after the fucking powder and weed.
He blew up in 2001 playing one of Steve's favorite shows. Playing in 124, Jack Bauer.
Yeah, 2024.
And now Kiefer Sutherland has a band.
Yes, sir.
He does like country music and stuff, and so that's what he's up to right about now. Steve, do you agree with that one?
Oh my god, I would love to see that band.
Yeah, like I mean, Kiefer Sutherland, great guy. Jack Bauer, iconic character. What else could you say?
Yeah. Oh, was that a thing? Like his phone never died on 24.
Well, that's what.
And he was always on it.
Yeah, but I mean, we could always assume he had batteries with him. Yeah. I mean, he's just like a fucking counter-terrorism.
Steve loved that show.
Use your imagination, people. Fuck.
Hanging in at number 8.
Great.
Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe was huge in the 80s, and then kind of like, went downhill like everyone else. But the thing is, now Rob Lowe is like on everything, and he's like on TV everywhere. He's like this big celebrity now. So yeah, he was
good for him for clawing back.
It was all because of Parks and Rec.
Oh yes, he was. Yes, I never watched it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you never watched Parks and Rec? Oh wow,
cool. It's on Amazon.
Both love that.
Yeah. My brother told me.
Yeah, it's so good, guys. You honestly watch. Wow, I've watched something you both haven't watched. I've watched something you both haven't watched. How crazy is that?
What, Tom? I'm not calling you.
Number 7, another fantastic actor who just this year won Best Actor Oscar, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was on my little list.
So Joaquin has had a pretty crazy career. And
fucking Felix Johansson.
I think what happened with Joaquin was that he did that whole publicity stunt thing, which we think is a publicity stunt. Well,
it was all for that mockumentary, whatever the fuck it was.
If you look up publicity stunt? Joaquin Phoenix on like David Letterman. I think it's I'm Still Here.
I got the title. I forgot it right now. I was looking at it before.
And Joaquin was doing this, this promo film where like it was like a mockumentary directed by Casey Affleck, who's Ben Affleck's brother. It was like because Casey Affleck and Joaquin Phoenix are good friends, and it's just like a shit show. Like people legitimately started to, how like Borat, we all knew it was a publicity stunt. This people didn't think it was a publicity stunt. They thought Joaquin Phoenix was just going completely insane. Yeah. So that was in 2010, and like, it bombed. Yeah.
It also bombed, by the way.
I think it made like $500,000.
It wasn't worth the whole
the box office.
Everything.
It's gonna be good when it's called.
Well, then you can watch it later.
Disaster. Oh my god, amazing! Well, you know what? If anybody sends us an email on snobcastbot@gmail.com,
we will.
We'll send you guys the link.
Don't go through the troubles of trying to find it. We'll find it for you. Yeah,
we'll send it exactly.
That's the one.
Snobcast Pod.
So Joaquin Phoenix, and then he had a huge from like 2016 and on. He been flourishing. Number 6.
Yeah.
One of my favorite celebrity comebacks. McConaughey.
Oh,
because
yes.
McConaughey was.
Yes.
Okay, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Wedding Planner, whatever.
Yes.
But then, which are good, but
which are all great.
In like 2000, I think 10 or 11, he was in this movie called Lincoln Lawyer. Which is such a great film, and from then on.
He is good in courtroom dramas.
Time to Kill.
Yes. The other one, Time to Kill.
Yes. Yeah. So. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. And Sandra Bullock.
Was that the one with Samuel Jackson?
Yes.
As well. So then in 2013 he did Dallas Buyers Club, and he won the Oscar for Best Actor. But just ever since 2010 and on, he's been making like great films, and I look forward to seeing movies with Matthew McConaughey, except for a movie he made earlier in 2019 called Serenity with Anne Hathaway. It was fucking horrible. Yeah,
you know what it's been.
But other than that,
you know what his return has been dubbed. The McConaissance.
Oh my god,
that's what it's been dubbed.
Are we ready for the bottom 5 over here? Number 5,
please.
Let's hear it.
Jason Bateman also went from a super comedic background to like making really intense films. He didn't direct, sorry. He was in a film called The Gift, I think it was called The Gift, where it was like a thriller, and it was quite good. Then he was just he did the revived version of Arrested Development, which is on Netflix, and he also recently produced the HBO series The Outsider. which I really enjoyed. It was Stephen King novel. Yes, sorry.
And he's also in Ozark, which is fantastic.
Which I've been meaning to watch.
You would love
first
it.
season.
You
I
would
didn't
love
really care for it.
Yeah.
But then people were like, "Well, you should have watched the second because it gets better." But I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't really care for it the first season." So
It gets better. Season 3 is insane.
I mean, I thought the same thing about Breaking Bad. I thought it was pretty slow and a bit boring the first season, but I kept going.
Honestly, go watch it. Might as well. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm just saying, I could have skipped half of season 3, the last half of season 3, and the first half of season 4.
Steve, you just finished it the other night.
I feel.
What did you enjoy?
No.
But did you know what happened at the end anyway?
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I knew what happened a few episodes before. Okay. I know somebody who bites the dust. But I didn't know
it ended 5 years,
how
because you had started Breaking Bad like 5 years ago or something, and then you just never finished it, and you survived spoilers for 5 years. Wow, good for you, man.
Yeah, but
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that is the movie now.
Are you gonna watch El Camino?
Well, yeah, at this point, but like. I'm a bit confused what it could be about because
it's very good. It's very slow.
Jesse have left to do?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's like
Anyways, I watched all the rest. I might as well watch it, so I'm gonna watch it. So.
Number 4, Betty White.
Okay.
Oh,
the Golden Girl herself, who's hilarious.
The Golden Girl herself.
I think the oldest person to ever host SNL in 2010, I believe. And the musical guest was Jay-Z on that show. I remember.
Honestly, there is only one other old lady actress that I love more than Betty White.
Judi Dench.
I'm sorry. I have to take that back. Judi Dench is great, but I love the one I keep forgetting her name.
Oh, Doris Roberts.
The one that played Marie and Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
But Betty White was great.
Sure.
Fucking what was the thing there? Hot in Phoenix.
But Tom, she was probably like one of your favorite rom-coms, The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock.
Yes, she was. She was the grandmother. Again. Yes, she was.
Yeah,
that was a hilarious movie. Everything with Ryan Reynolds. I love every rom-com with Ryan Reynolds because he's so sarcastic.
Ryan Reynolds, he's really funny.
He has no upper lip, and he doesn't know that, but...
Yeah, that's from like back in the day.
You guys really need to watch Waiting.
Oh my god, it's on fucking Netflix or Amazon.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, I have it. I could land it to you, but like if you could still watch it.
Thanks.
But like
come
whatever.
bring it, get within 2 meters, and then toss it over.
The top 3 celebrity
I'll
comebacks according to Ranker.com. Number 3 is Drew Barrymore, who's very cute. I've always had a little thing for her.
Okay.
Yeah, the slight list, the slight on the side of the mouth thing. But she was unfortunately canceled now. But very hilarious show on Netflix called Santa Clarita Diet with Drew.
Yes, it was good.
Drew Barrymore. I said it was very funny.
I heard good things. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's a.
No, but I also heard it was like
it was
general,
canceled
I
after.
don't know. I didn't think it would be canceled.
Steve, you'd enjoy it because there's a lot of like Serbian stuff in it. Yeah, and Timothy Oliphant is hilarious.
Yeah, and Timothy Oliphant.
Who is actually half Serbian.
Drew
Barrymore. Yeah, it's on Netflix. You mean
have to look
Timothy
it up.
Oliphant. Yeah. And our last 2 is 2 we've already mentioned, that you guys have mentioned. Number 2, Neil Patrick Harris. And the number 1 celebrity comeback of all time.
And
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, of course. Robert Downey Jr. I don't know if... And you know what fucking role he was amazing in? Sherlock Holmes. Yes, he was great in Sherlock Holmes and The Judge.
Yeah,
Judge
Steve and I went to see The Judge together, and we were so depressed after.
Yeah, fuck. It was so fucking heavy.
It's
fucking
fucking long. It was like 2.5 hours
to take in.
But good performance.
But it's a great movie.
Tropic Thunder.
Okay, favorite RDJ movie. Go. Tropic Thunder, Tom.
Honestly, Iron Man.
Oh right, fucking Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Bang Bang.
But it's a big tie of like
what
Tropic Thunder's genius. We can't really talk about it nowadays anymore. But like is a hilarious role. Kiss Bang Bang, and even he played Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, he played Charlie Chaplin in Chaplin, which is like another
classic
great
Shane Black
performance.
Yeah. But guys, I just want to explain something. I feel like I need to explain myself for my choice. I feel like if anybody ever casted anything in a superhero movie, it was the perfect casting.
Yeah,
you cannot think totally.
That I agree.
Without
and I
thinking
really,
Robert Downey Jr.
When before the whole Marvel,
he brought it
exploded,
to life.
Iron Man was the first Marvel film to be made in that universe, and I really loved Iron Man. Like I loved the first one. Then it just became too much because the thing with Iron Man was Robert Downey Jr.
It was good.
That if it was like you said, Tom, it would have been shit.
Yeah.
But definitely in 2008 that was the comeback. Like I think that's really what blew up RDJ in another stratosphere.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve. I cut you off on that.
No, go ahead, because I have somebody that was surprisingly left off all these lists.
Go, please, because mine has nothing to do with these lists.
Mel Gibson. I mean, he was great. I mean, fucking phenomenal in Dragged Across Concrete, which we mentioned earlier. He was Expendables 3, and I think he's kind of been allowed back into Hollywood because I mean he was going self-producing a whole bunch of stuff.
He was
for a good while for good reason, but
invited back.
It's very funny he got an invite back because Hollywood
he got an invite back when he made Hacksaw Ridge. Because he was nominated for Best Director at the Oscars and Best Picture also.
Yeah.
Also a great movie. Also.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
I actually have something to put on careers which I hope never make a comeback. I have one person on this list, and it's just because I always found them like super
where the fuck
weird,
is he? Crispin Glover. He was the bad guy in Charlie's Angels.
Who?
With the hair.
Charlie's Angels. He was the thin man. And honestly,
I think I saw him recently in something. Actually, let me look him up.
He was in Bay.
You know who I want to make a comeback?
Lindsay Lohan.
Chris Klein.
Yeah,
Chris Klein.
Rollerball. He was also the
Rollerball.
Pies.
Chris Klein.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the American Pies. He was the athletic friend.
Oh, he played Oz.
Yeah, Oz, exactly.
Oh, okay. Honestly,
he's disturbing.
I don't know. Yeah, he's
Crispin
Glover. Forget it. Like we don't need
Crispin Glover. Jesus,
Crispin Glover. We don't need. What I do wish to see. Like, who would you guys wish would make a comeback? Who would you want to see?
For real.
You know, I'm gonna say.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna say it.
I wasn't ready for this question
because I think all the backlash he's getting, which I think now is kind of turning into all bullshit. The stories that were said about him, but I would love to see a decent Johnny Depp comeback. Yeah.
Oh, Johnny fucking Depp, man.
Yeah.
Great, I find because he's so big, and people don't kind of appreciate that he does really good work.
Heard like he was like abusive to her apparently, but now there's some stuff coming out that like apparently she was lying.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like hopefully that helps his
Yeah,
career
she used to
because
paint
dude,
on
like
bruises and
he
shit,
can pull off
apparently.
anything.
Absolutely. He's like, and I find that these guys are less
where the fuck is
recognized for
George
being able
Clooney?
to do this. He's like George Clooney and Brad Pitt. He could play such different roles. There's another one, George Clooney. I would love to see him again. If he could get off the Nespresso set, I would love to.
If we can
Sounds
get
good.
off the Nespresso set. Oh, fuck you, Steve. That was amazing. Oh my god. He's actually fucking he has fucking credits for that on his IMDb page. Nespresso, Coming Home, Nespresso, Change Nothing, Nespresso, The Quest, Nespresso, Epiphany. Yeah, he has a lot. He has way too many credits for that. No, honestly, yeah, George Clooney. I kind of, you know what? Mine's kind of weird. I wish I could. It's just because it's nostalgia. I wish I could see Christopher Lloyd in something.
Okay,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like he has enough under his. He's aged more enough.
Okay.
That
Well, I don't know
could see
about
him
that.
doing a
But
dramatic
did you know
role.
that Christopher Lloyd is the creator of Modern Family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, go figure, you know? I was pretty surprised.
He's very rich. And Modern Family
that's why he
actually just
doesn't need to
finished
be doing
their
anything.
10th season and ever last week. I don't think he likes acting, honestly.
No, I think he's
He
done.
has his Comedians in Cars. He's a comedian.
Oh yeah, like I mean,
1,000 people.
He's
people,
had enough of a career for like fucking like yeah. Close enough.
Yeah, we need to see some Jerry Stiller too.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I mean,
because he's always the bad guy.
He's always kind of been in stuff, but Sean Bean.
Sean Bean, yeah, but he keeps dying and everything.
Oh, Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah, but you know, I want to see more Sean Bean. Chow Yun Fat.
No, you didn't.
Chow Yun Fat. I met him.
Yeah,
dude. I met
Chow
him.
Yun.
Yes, I did. For fucking what was the movie? Bulletproof Monk? Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, I did. I
have an autograph.
Why have you ever said this to us?
I fucking hate you.
Well, when I was doing fucking karate, my karate teacher was like, use somebody who was like doing the stunts and not the stunts, but like the choreography. So when they had, he was in town and he let us know, and we fucking went, and he fucking even came. I think he came to our karate school too. Yeah. Yeah,
that's
it was nuts.
Crazy. Like the
Crouching
Killer,
Tiger,
hard boiled. Those are like the epitome of Hong Kong film.
Classics, man. Just classics all over the place.
Oh my god, that's fucking. I'm very jealous.
Sorry that you feel that way.
So someone else who kind of already made a comeback, but like I want them to keep it up. Jackie Chan, who was great in The Foreigner. The Foreigner was fantastic. Also, that was also in The Foreigner, and I want to see kind of keeping it up. And Pierce Brosnan.
Who?
And you know who else I want to see
Nikki
back?
Blonsky.
Fucking
okay.
Nikki Blonsky, the girl from Hairspray.
Okay. Antonio Banderas. Yes. I want to see a comeback. I want to see a fucking comeback.
Speak to you like Antonio Banderas.
It's fucked up how he's been making movies in America for like so many years, and he still has a fucking accent. You think it's fake? You think it's
fake? Steve, you want to watch a great Antonio Banderas movie? You have to watch.
No.
What's that? No.
It's with the guy who. It's with the guy who played Rufio.
Isn't Stanley Tucci in it?
Yeah.
Rufio?
Yes, Stanley Tucci is in it, and he's glorious in the movie. He's so Stanley Tucci.
Oh, we have watched Sideways.
You want to watch a great movie? Watch Sideways.
Yeah.
Sideways, I've actually watched it with you.
But so many resurrections.
The real one that counts, I guess, out of resurrections of all time, would be Snobcast. So, this has been a really informative.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
I guess so.
Wait, could I say one more thing? This isn't an actor or anything, but it is a resurrection. It finished downloading today. I played this right before coming on to you guys. Final Fantasy VII, one of the best games ever made. They relaunched it for PlayStation 4 and all that shit, and it is like I could have cried for how fucking beautiful.
Wow.
It is. So speaking of resurrections,
isn't the score amazing?
Snobs classed into it. Oh, of course. The score was great in its MIDI form on fucking in 90 whatever when it fucking came out.
Or 32 or whatever.
Oh my, yeah. Like, so now it's just like, God, now I got blown away. I like did the first reaction.
So it's safe to say that Steve is done for the day.
Okay.
We cannot talk to him anymore after this.
Yeah.
So if you send an email to snobcastpod@gmail.com, Steve will not answer today.